Welcome back, guys. It is the Brothers Geek Out podcast here. It's Kibbs here. We're in a special arena today. We're in a boxing ring. This is insane. This is our first episode filming on location.
Is it really?
Yeah, this is the first time.
This is the first
This is the first time.
Wow.
Guys, I've got amazing guests on today. I've got Michael and Rob. I had a conversation with Michael on a podcast
Almost a year ago.
Yeah. And it inspired a movie called Punching Bag, which Rob listened to the episode. And, dude, the main inception, what triggered you in that podcast to say, get in contact with Michael and say, let's do this?
Well, I thought it was astonishing that I've known this guy for nearly 5 or 6 years. And the fact the sentence, I'm a boxer, never left his mouth one bit. I knew he was an actor, and I knew he was the boxing connoisseur. The comic connoisseur. Sorry,
yeah.
The boxing atmosphere has got me all hyped. It's fight night, man. It's fight night.
Yeah.
So I heard that, and I then heard the story of him using boxing as a means of combating his mental health. And I thought that was just really inspirational. And hearing you guys talk about it, I mean, it was a very brief talk, I might add, but it was really great nonetheless. And then eventually you and I had our chat. Yeah. And then when we had our chat, you said one sentence which really struck me, which was, I was willing to let one punch end it all. And I thought, wow, that's a really striking sentence to hear. Yeah. And then I thought, there's a story here. That's something I've not really seen done before in any boxing movie, let alone a short film about, mental health and in regards to this as well. So I just thought this is a story that needs to be told, and got in touch with Michael even further and said, look, I think there's something here. I don't know when it's going to happen or what it's going to be. Yeah. And eventually I handed him a script called Punching Bag, and we were on our way. And that was this time early this year in January. Yeah.
It's amazing how quick the process was for this. Michael, when you got that call, how did you feel?
First of all, I was shocked but humbled at the same time, because I didn't feel like, as I was saying, this is my story. This is something that I was talking about, my experience, what I was going through in life. I didn't feel like it will have an impact into someone else to make them feel like, oh wow, I'm inspired. I want to write a story. I want to do something. I want to make something of this. So when he reached out to me and telling me oh Michael, this is what I want to do. Do I have your grace? And also I want you to be involved in it. I was like, wow. Because the things that I heard from the podcast that we were chatting about, it made him feel such a way where it moved him, it inspired him. And now we're doing a crowdfunder for it.
That's amazing.
So
amazing. And
even the script itself, I love the way it's so creatively done, and how it's telling such a compelling story, so much. It's not like a generic boxing film.
Okay. So
that's what I love about it as well.
Yeah.
It's very uniquely different and a nice perceived point of view. Because let's be real. When Rob first approached me, he goes, Mike, I don't know nothing about boxing.
Despite my glorious physique as a boxer, you can tell I'm a boxer, of course.
So even the implements that he went through, Michael, let me just come train with you for a few days and see what it's like. Wait, what?
Yeah,
I was like,
it's true.
Did he puke?
He didn't throw up.
Oh,
no,
that's
no,
good.
I
didn't. That's good.
But it was the regiments of learning certain minutiae of just even his stance and positioning, and even just the warm up stance as well. And something he knows about himself that he overthinks about everything.
Yeah,
this is true. I do. Yeah, I do.
That's amazing, because you put yourself in the person's shoes.
Yeah, dude, it was a necessity.
Yeah,
for me as a creative, I thought the biggest challenge that he's going to be facing, not just as a boxer but as an actor fundamentally for this production, is he's got two different mindsets going on. It's, I've got to play this character, which, yes, is very much me in that regard, but I've got to detach myself from who I am to be someone else entirely. But then I've also got to be the boxer who's got this extra element of craft within that. So how do you juggle all of that? Yeah, and so I had to understand that as a director, as a storyteller, from that perspective, to then be like, do you know what? I need to get in the ring in that space myself to understand the language and the psychology of boxing in that space. And I tell you now, and as Michael said, I'm an overthinker. Yeah. But when I was in this space, it's a completely different sensation altogether because you leave your own body almost and you're in a different world entirely, which to me is very much like cinema and my craft and art itself. We as creatives understand, like we draw something, we write something, we direct something, we produce stuff that takes people away from their own environment. And that's what he's got to go through each time, every round of a boxing match. Now, how do you put that on weight on an actor's shoulders? It has to be on my shoulders. And that's the responsibility I have to carry with him to make sure that not only is he doing his job, he's doing it safely as well.
Yeah.
Michael, the aspects of mental health in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, how are you guys approaching this?
Okay. Well, how am I going to say this? People go therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about their individual feelings and how they feel, stuff like that. That doesn't help me.
Mm-hmm.
So, me doing something physically enables me. And what we're doing now, we're not also showing the physical aspects or the external aspects of how it helps mentally.
Yeah.
We're going to delve in internally as well.
Okay.
So that's how this is what makes it so unique. How it is. I don't want to ruin things by everyone.
No spoilers. No spoilers there.
That's why I'm being very careful what I say. But in terms of how I tackled mental health in boxing, like this is a safe area. You know what I mean? It's a safe space.
That's amazing.
So when I'm here sparring, I'm allowed to hit the individual, and the police won't get involved. So it's safe.
The safest way possible. The legalest way.
Legal and safe way. So we're fighting over this thing here. So whatever difficulties or whatever stresses I have at home or at work or outside in life, the normalcies, I'm dealing with it in here where I'm doing my push-ups, my workout, my regime, or my running. You understand?
You know, something just clicked to me right now, which is amazing, yeah? Because when I look at a blank piece of paper, which is a rectangle, when you look at a screen when you're directing, it's a rectangle. Well, it's a square in the ring. But it's amazing how we can put our thoughts onto that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, oh my God, that's insane how this has just clicked to me right now because,
Think of it
Sorry, I just had a weird...
No, dude.
It really hit me because that was you're right,
Yeah.
because my stress levels I take out on a piece of paper when I draw. And if I draw digitally, it's on a square iPad. So it's like, it's funny how it represents something for us when it comes to...
It gives you a chance to switch off.
Yes.
You understand? Then once you, for example, all that tension and stress that you released, you feel better.
We're going to get a bit geeky now because it is the Geek Out podcast.
Of course.
And recently, you got to present at MCM Comic Con.
Yeah.
And I've been getting into more doing the interviews with people and trying to understand it more. What was it like for you to do all those panels, be in front of so many people, which I'm really proud of, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Very proud of.
Thank you.
It inspires me as well because with the work that we do, I've got to be out there as well.
Yeah.
What was it like on that panel? And there was like 500-600. I think there was more, bro.
Well, there's one of them that it was at least, I think, 4,000 plus.
Oh my God.
Dude, this is why he's now the main stage Michael Ajih. Because this is why he is the main stage Michael Ajih from now on. Because literally, there was thousands. There was thousands. I was in the front row and I saw, looking back, there was thousands, man. It was fantastic.
Because fighting in a ring.
Yeah.
I know in your mental state, it's you and the opponent.
Yeah, because that's what I'm focusing
But when
on.
you're acting and when you're presenting,
Yeah.
bro, that 4,000 people, bro, my knees have already gone weak now, bro.
That's the thing, though.
Like,
I'm not focusing on who's watching me. I'm focusing on who I'm talking to, who I'm entertaining.
Okay.
Naturally, I'm entertaining because I'm from a artist background. From
Yes, that's right.
All the drama and acting I've done over the years. That's easy. Being on stage, being seen. Heck, I signed up for that as being an actor anyway.
That's amazing.
So that's easy for me.
Yeah.
Sharing my knowledge and stuff like that, that's my hobby. So talking to someone, like, for example, I'm talking to Ryan Otley, the guy, one of the artists for Invincible,
Amazing.
I'm having a conversation with him. But I'm really sharing my knowledge because I already know that information from my hobby of collecting comics.
So
he was shocked at the fact that I knew that he's drawn at least 127 comics. He looked at me and goes, "What? How do you know that?" I go, "I've got them at home." Talking to people from Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man, I watched the anime, I've read the manga.
Yeah.
So, me sitting there, sharing my knowledge, I'm fine, I'm calm. This is in my bag.
That's amazing. This guy, Main stage Ajih, bro.
Yeah.
Main stage
So
Ajih.
when it comes to fighting now,
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about that when I'm sparring someone.
Yeah.
Because now, I don't need to entertain anyone. All I need to think is dispatch that target in front of me.
No,
that
of
target's
course, of
in
course.
my way.
Of course.
He's there for me to try to beat myself.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm not trying. The thing of it this way, yeah. The individual my opponent, the person I'm facing,
Yeah.
he's in my way of me beating me. You understand?
Understand.
Because it's not me versus that individual, it's me versus me.
Okay.
Always. Because think of it this way, yeah. We always got the mindset of what can I do to improve myself from yesterday? How can I be better than I was last week,
Of course.
last month, last year? We're not thinking how can I be better than Rob or how can I be better than Kibla. We're not thinking that at all.
No.
We're not thinking. If you're thinking about that individual, we're already lost.
Oh yeah, of course. That's without a doubt. Without a doubt.
We're always thinking about how can I better myself in comparison to how I was yesterday,
Yeah.
last week, last month, last year. I don't want to be in the same space. If we're stagnant, then we're not going nowhere at all.
Of course. Man, I'm proud of you, though.
Thank you.
Honestly, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And it's an amazing experience to see you guys grow as well. I'm trying to remember when I met you. I know it's been a year or two.
Oh, dude, it's
Crime
been long.
Alley.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know, Crime Alley.
it's
and
been
then,
at least 4 years, man.
Yo, wow, man. The time has gone by so quick.
Flown
We've had
by.
loads of conversations.
We have.
You doing a deep dive into movies, like boxing movies and
Yeah.
stuff at the moment now. How are you finding that journey coming, like watching those movies now and then trying to implement your thoughts on how you want to do your movie now?
So for me in particular, first of all, that's a really great question. And secondly, for me as a movie buff, it's a wonderful time to research. You know, I love the best part of what I do with my job is the preparation side of things. So
Yeah.
proper pre-production prevents poor post-production.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
7 piece in
definitely.
production, by the way. So you were talking earlier.
Give us a lesson.
Yeah. You talk about earlier about the drawings and the square space and
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
else.
that's
And
right,
earlier,
yeah.
that's essentially what my job is as well. Is how do I implement something new within that frame in that squared space?
Yes.
How do I bring something fresh to that? So it's about understanding what's been there prior.
Yeah.
You know, of course, I've mentioned Raging Bull as one of the
Of
big
course,
prime
yeah.
examples. The Creed movies, Rocky movies,
Yes.
and Cinderella Man. But I've also got to remember as well that, you know, other movies play within that as well. And my own kind of style and aesthetic does play within that as well. And
Yeah.
it probably doesn't surprise many people, but I am quite a dark individual.
yes,
so I
very
do have a
dark,
dark
very
sense
dark.
of humor of things, but I also love fantasy.
Yeah.
So when people ask me what is this movie, I would say it's Punching Bag meets the movie Black Swan by Darren Aronofsky. So it's a very, very dark movie. So
It
in
is.
many ways, it's
Okay.
like a drama meets
Wow.
horror.
Where did
And
that script?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm fully excited for you guys.
Yeah.
Very, very excited for you guys. Where can the guys pledge? Link will be in the description, but
Yeah.
Yes,
please.
of course. So, guys, the best way you can pledge to our campaign is going on greenlit.com or .co.uk, researching Punching Bag, and you can find our campaign that's live at the moment. We are currently at this time 14% funded, and we've got 18 days left. And guys, any money you donate right now would be absolutely amazing. You know, every little helps, I believe, is
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
of course,
slogans
definitely,
for an
definitely.
unknown supermarket.
exactly, yeah.
But it's, you know, it really does go a long way, you know, and the fact of the matter is, donating is amazing, sharing it is even further, because that's the point of this movie as well.
Yeah.
We're making something that's going to be exploring a subject matter which is incredibly universal. So the fact that we're producing something that's doing that, but then it's going to be shared and be hit by multiple different audiences, I know for a fact that that's my job done. And ultimately, that is the responsibility I have as a director, which is not just making sure he's safe, but making sure that the story that I tell has not only something to say, but gives back to the audience, which is the biggest respect that we can give as creatives.
I'm not gonna front.
amazing.
When you reached out to me, said, "Mike, I want to do a story about you and stuff," and in terms of your mental health and boxing, I was skeptical because I was like,
Yep.
"Nah, I'm not really feeling this."
Yeah.
Read the script. I was like, okay, I'm swayed now, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was only swayed because of how he's telling the story.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it can be done.
Of course.
But it can
Yeah.
also be done poorly.
Of
But
course, bro.
I can see the TLC's put behind it.
Yeah.
Tender love and care, by the way.
Oh,
guys.
yeah, of course.
Tender love and care.
TLC.
But
Health is wealth, as I've
Yeah.
learned.
and I like how he's placed it and how he talks about the story and how he's shown it from a nice, fresh perspective.
That's
Doesn't make
so
sense.
like when it Rob. So the fresh perspective.
Yeah.
when you wrote that first script, gave it to him. I know you guys probably went back and
I
forth.
didn't get into draft 4, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the 4th draft, that's when I started.
I mean,
that's when I started
look,
reading it.
as like many people say, like the first draft of anything you write is never going to be great.
No,
If anyone turns around and says that the first draft that they handed in was amazing, they're lying to themselves.
Yeah.
So I was very cautious to make sure that I gave Michael the script that I was comfortable with to say, look, this is how I see it going so far.
Yeah.
And there is going to be more to this that's going to be developing even further, you know?
Totally.
And so that for me was always going to be the key thing, was getting that interest and then discovering. I mean, look, I'll say it this way because this is how it is.
Exactly.
It is. Our jobs as artists is discovering the truth.
Exactly.
We tell the truth for our art, and that is why each time I was writing the draft, I discovered something new each time. Not just about him, not just about myself, but something about the story within itself. Because then you understand the weight of each, punch and each beat of the story. So it's the responsibility again.
He had my respect for when he said, Michael, I want you to start training and see what it's like. So when he said that, I was like, what? Like,
it's amazing that a director can throw himself into that.
Exactly.
He's put this together. He wants to understand it to its full extent, and I think any artist wants to do that when before they start a project. It's the research and what I'm going to learn and what can I push out there, basically. So it's amazing, guys. I'm super proud of you guys. I'm me backing you all the way, man.
Yeah.
Like hearing that it got inspired by the podcast. Like my brother in Dubai, he was so proud and so excited. He was like, I can't believe a conversation can spark off from a podcast to it's actually happening. It's insane. Rob, where can the people find you, bro?
Before we just get into that really quickly, I've got something to share with you. So if you just hold on to that, keep on chatting for a second.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So you got something to share with you, which is going to be nice. But anyway, I don't know what to say now because you just throw me.
No, but honestly, because like coming from a creative background, starting something random and for it to come, this is big for us. For me and my brother, that is absolutely massive, bro. Like it was emotionally, like when I spoke to him yesterday and he was like, bro, I can't believe this is happening. Like we started something because of what we love. And now reaching it out to other people and talking about the same things of what we love to actually something fruition out of it. It's insane.
The impact is made.
It's made on us as well. So you guys have inspired us as well.
Okay.
So you guys, I don't know how the universe works, but it's amazing, bro. And I find good friends out of it as well. So that's amazing in itself that I can come out of a journey, start something, and then make new friends along that journey, but have something tangible.
I think that's really fitting to say because to show my appreciation for all the work that you have done for me over the last just 4 years, honestly, as a full circle moment from one X-Men fan to another, this is for you, my friend, because like I know you've probably got it. It doesn't matter. So if you flip on the back, you probably have that one as well, but it doesn't matter. The point is, the fact of the matter is that platforms like this and people like you deserve to be recognized because the work that you do inspires. And this is a shining example of it right now. This is a full circle moment, my friend.
There you
go. That is so much better than what I was going to say. But yeah, it's a square circle moment for us, and for me to you, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your love, your support, and everything that you do for not just me, but for everyone who listens to this show, because it's remarkable. You do a remarkable job at what you're doing right now, and all I can say to you is keep up the work that you're doing, and don't forget us when you read those.
Come here, man.
Come here. Group hug.
All right, cool.
Cool.
As well, look at these guys, man. They're spoiling me and making me emotional. I'm lost for words, boys. Honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. And it's amazing that we could go on this journey together. And it's insane, bro. As a kid, I did not think I'd be in doing this. So it's amazing to get to share it with great people as well. Rob, where can the people find you?
So the people can find me on @RobAyling on Instagram, on @RobAylingFilm on Twitter. Sorry, X.
X.
Right,
X.
X. Yeah, those are the ways you can follow me. And yeah, keep following the journey for Punching Bag, which is on Greenlit. That's the crowdfunding campaign link.
Mikey, where can we find you, bro?
You can find me on IG as Michael Ajih, and you can find me on TikTok as Michael Ajih, and you can find me on X as I am Michael Ajih.
Main stage, Ajih.
Hey!
All right, cool. Massive thank you again for doing this.
Yeah.
And this is our first on location podcast.
Yeah.
I'm still like,
You made it happen, fam.
Yeah, you did.
bro, this
You
is
did.
insane. Absolutely insane. Guys, make sure you click on the links below, pledge your way, follow these guys, follow the journey. The journey, oh my God, is absolutely amazing. Thanks for all you subscribers. Thanks to the guys that listen to it when they listen to it on other streaming platforms. Recently, Spotify has been getting some great responses from you guys. I cannot thank you enough because it's because of you guys I get to do really cool stuff and share those moments with you guys. So, sign out. I'm getting emotional.
Thank you.
Take care,
That's the day,
guys.
guys.
Thank
Peace.
you.